Greetings, brothers, sisters, friends, and foes. This is Bill from Agape on the Streets. Good morning, everyone. I took a couple days over in the mainland. As you know, I've been working over here on Catalina Island quite a bit, doing the church rebuild project, which we're basically done with right now. They just have me doing some tech stuff, some odds and ends. Things went really well. Since it's been done, we've had church up there once. The church has had a movie night, and then there's been a film festival. It's an annual film festival that comes to the island, and they used it. They were really happy. They've been meeting in that room for years. It was getting to where it wasn't really that good anymore, and this was a pretty good surprise for them, coming over and just having the room really nice. Sounds really good. Was set up really nice for them, really easy to use. So that really made me happy to hear the compliments and stuff. We do this to earn money for our ministry, for Agape on the Streets. But I also like to see smiles on people's faces. I like to know we did this and it makes a difference for people. And that, the churchgoers, whoever else uses the building, that they're happy that it did something great for them. So thank you, Jesus. God bless you all. I am in a bit of a dilemma here. I'll tell you, it's really nice here on this island. So much so, it's easy to kind of just get in this backslidden state. I don't know about you, but, I see backslidden as when you're basically serving yourself, and you're doing that more than you're serving Jesus. And when you find yourself every night just being comfortable going home and watching TV, getting up in the morning, leisurely cup of coffee, doing some work, and there's no urgency to go out and spread the gospel anymore. You just do it casually as it comes kind of thing. That shakes me pretty good. That's not where I am. You got to ask God where he would have you. But this island is a place that's very tough for me. Because I know from there where it goes. Pretty soon, it's just not a thing anymore. And it's more about you and your comfort and earning money and paying your bills and, all those things. And it's not about every morning, Jesus first. I get up, Lord, where can I serve you? Where are you working today, Lord God? I want to go serve you. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that. I'm praying for support here big time. The church here, the project went much longer than we thought because we ended up doing a lot more than we thought. As you know, my forte is audiovisual, and we got into way more than I would usually get into here, literally stripping the inside of that sanctuary down to the beams in many places, new drywall and everything. They had some really awesome volunteers on staff that knew drywall and stuff. Although there was really very few of us, they were very hard workers and did a lot in a short time, really. When you look at all that was done in this room, it's pretty amazing. I will have a video coming out pretty soon going through all the details of what's been done. In the meantime, I want to lay something on the table here, and I want people to pray about it. I got coverage through some state program for 2 months here on the island for medical, and I was able to go get a physical. I've had some funny things going on medically, so I thought I better get a physical. I'm supposed to do them often, and I haven't for quite a while. And they did a quick test, and it came back positive for colon cancer. The next step would be to take a colonoscopy. But I'm starting to already see some signs that I'm being told could be signs of colon cancer. And I have no coverage. That coverage ran out. It was a 2-month thing. By the time this all came back, I had 2 days left on it. And I've been trying through the state and other ways to try to get insurance, and I failed so far in every one. So I'm looking either for some suggestions. You guys can go to our website, agapeonthestreets.com, and there are ways on there that you can get a hold of me. Or if there's any way anyone has either the funding or some kind of insurance, I need to go get a colonoscopy and find out if I do have cancer, and then if so, figure out some treatment. Hopefully it's not too far gone. There are a lot of young people out there that were counting on me being around for a while that I've been really loving on, and they're coming to Jesus one at a time. And I love this stuff. I love serving Christ out there and seeing these young kids that are so hopeless and so hurting. At the point when you first meet them, and I've got scars and bruises, had things thrown at me and everything. They can be pretty brutal, but we continue to be persistent with the agape love of Christ. He never says drop it and run. We give them love, and that love wins. It breaks through all of it, all that stuff, all the politics, all the activism. I hear people complaining about a lot of these things in the church all the time, but how many of us are really willing to go out there and show them the love of Christ? Make a change. If we don't like it, your heart should be to change it. I don't want to be stepping on any toes here, but I know I am, because I get so many times, even, why would you go out there? Those kids are crazy. They drive me nuts. They're wrecking our country. They're this, they're... Really? No, I think they're looking for love. They're just looking for love. They're looking for some hope. They're a generation, and we haven't left them with much hope. Our generation, the one before us, we've made some serious mistakes because we're sinners. It seems like that's what we do. We're really good at making mistakes and screwing things up. But when it comes down to making a change, making a difference, fixing those mistakes, trying to do some good out there, we've got a lot of excuses. We walk away and say this and that. It is time to go out there and love on these young adults and be the change that Christ would have us to be. That is everyone's calling, I believe. We have different callings for ministry and stuff, but he commanded us all, every one of us, if you are a Christian, to love everyone unconditionally. So if you're looking at people going, oh, look at that guy, no, don't tell me you're living for Christ, because we need to get that right. That's very serious. We need to love everyone unconditionally. Now, I'm going to be moving on out of here, and I'm not sure where. The project here went much longer than we thought. I've got the cost of living here on Catalina Island, and most of the money that they have been able, I should say, to come up with is gone to expenses as I've been going through this. So I'm going to be leaving here. I've got to get over town, put a new wheel bearing in the front end of the car. I'm not sure where I'm going to do that yet. I don't have the money to have someone to do it, but I do have the wheel bearing. I've got the tools, so I'm going to be praying for a place I might be able to do that, or somebody that's willing to help me out with that. And then I'm not sure where God has next. We still have the trailer, the truck, everything in Arizona, and I'd like to go back there. That's costing me money to sit there. And I'm not even getting enough support right now just to cover rent, which is extremely inexpensive considering we have an air-conditioned, like 20 by 30 unit indoors, climate controlled because we're in the desert. It has the equipment that we use, and we have a large lot outside with cars and trucks. Actually, it's got a trailer and a truck and Josie's little ATV in there for $200 a month. And, we started this ministry off. We had roughly about 100 of you that said you were going to support it, that were really excited to hear we were going to go out and make a change, make a difference out there in the streets, especially in the LGBTQ community. Yet most of those kids, they don't care about us. They're off-put by us. As soon as they see you out here doing something, they're going to see you as one of us, and they're going to turn their back. They don't want to hear what you have to say. I refuse to believe that Christians live that way, yet I'm sure seeing signs of it. Our videos that we put out get very few viewers. Those of you that do watch them, I'm not sure if you're passing the word and showing them to others. But we really, really need support, and we need you to know there's some serious stuff going on out there. There is major sex trafficking with little kids, and then these little kids become adults, young adults, that are very screwed up. We're trying to expose the sex trafficking, although our focus is the young adults. It's happening with very little kids. I've seen it firsthand with my own eyes. Right in the backyard, right down the street, there's a big church down there, and they're doing their big thing out in the parking lot, and right across the street's a guy, and he's got little kids in there. Okay, I'm telling you guys, this is real stuff. It's all over the place. It's not just one isolated incident. The stuff going on in the streets of America right now would blow your mind if you go out there and check it out. We're sending missionaries all over the world talking about how crazy it is. Well, I'm not telling you to stop sending missionaries around the world. We need to evangelize, but we better start looking at our own backyard because it's a mess. And ignorance isn't going to fix it. Complaining isn't going to fix it. We need to go out there. I'm willing to go out there, okay, and take the abuse, take whatever else comes along, because I have a very deep desire to serve Christ in this area, okay, because I was out there. I've been out in the streets. I've run into some of these kids that literally don't even get a second look by people, or they get a look of fear and they run out, and I've met with them and talked to them and loved on them and watched them turn around. We've got a couple of them on our website. There's many more. If you want to know about these kids, contact me. I'm not going to publicize their life and put it all over the place. We don't go talking to somebody about issues like this and stick a camera in their face. Okay, so there's videos from time to time as God opens those doors and it allows. But I really can't justify going out there sharing the gospel with a camera in people's face. That's part of what these kids have an issue with. It's the commercialization of the church, okay, the institutionalization of the church. This is just one-on-one, us, them, and Jesus Christ. And we're telling them that they can have a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. Yes, you should probably find a church and get some good fellowship, a home Bible study, find something and get yourself rooted and grounded in the Word of God. But, brothers and sisters, we've become way too legalistic. And I've come across churches, I know they don't mean this. I know they really want to serve the Lord, and I'm not trying not to judge them. I'm really trying not to judge them, but they come off very arrogant. Well, if they want Christ, they can come to us, Like, we're going to set this standard, and you come meet our standard, or there's no Jesus for you. Brothers and sisters, that's flat out wrong. That's flat out wrong. The Bible tells us to meet them where they are. And they're in the streets, and they're protesting, and they're burning things down, and they're setting fires. I got a bottle thrown at me, okay, a couple weeks ago. I was out there just sharing the love of Christ with some young adults. And some crazy guy out of nowhere appeared to be demon-possessed. I don't know. I didn't have a chance to really connect with him. Literally ran by in some vulgar language about God and threw a bottle, hit me in the chest, which I'm pretty good at blocking that stuff, but this one got me totally by surprise, and ran off. And the three kids I was talking to, they weren't Christians. We were having a debate back and forth, but it was a respectable debate, and they were blown away. Actually served to show them the aspect of spiritual warfare. So it actually ended up being a witness and quite a testimony. We stopped and I prayed for the guy, and although they weren't Christians, they agreed with me in prayer. It says, "Oh yeah, this is crazy. We don't want this in our city. This doesn't make sense. We're just talking." So God's doing amazing things out there. Praise His name. Praise the name of Yahweh. He's an awesome God. He is an awesome God. Get excited to serve Jesus, okay? You are special. He made you for a purpose. He loves you. And He's got great things for you if you serve Him. He really, really desires to use you. I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, you get caught in that trap. I got to pay this bill, dude. It's empty. I lived a long life of making $100,000 a month, an hour. I wish I'd have money right now to be doing this, but $100,000 a year. Really nice job, and you would be surprised how fast all that money can be spent out there in the streets, especially when you're figuring things out and getting going, serving the Lord. I'm down now to where I don't have anything. I might have $100 here and there in my bank account. I've got some old vehicles that need some help. I do not have a place to live. God opens the door here and there as I go. I'm fine with that as long as I know people are on board and that we're serving together. I want the fellowship. I want to hear from you guys. If you disagree with me, please contact me. Let's talk. Let's spread that agape love to each other by being honest and having a good discussion. I look forward to that stuff, okay? Because I want to know I'm serving Christ, and I want to be accountable. There's several pastors that I connect with that I remain accountable to, and I open that invitation up to whoever wants to talk. Let's see what God's doing and what He's putting on your heart. Well, until next time, I don't want to make this video too long, so I'm going to sign off. God bless you all. God bless you very much. I pray He uses you. Pray He provides for you and keeps you safe. Again, if you know any solutions to this colonoscopy and possible colon cancer thing, I look forward to hearing from you. I really do want to take care of this. I got a couple kids right now, young adults I should say, because actually one of them is married and they're having families, but they're looking back to this and saying, wow, you've done all this and they won't even get you a colonoscopy and what's going on. And I've got to tell you, God's got a plan in all this. He does. He's going to be glorified. So praise His holy name. Get a hold of me. Go to our website, agapeonthestreets.com. Okay, from there you can find links to our Telegram discussion page. You can find a phone number there where you can text us. You can text me there, and we'll get back to you. If you need audiovisual done in your church, or any church that needs some help, please contact us. I've got a photo of our business card on there, DBL Pro Sound, and you can contact me there. We will come work for a reduced amount. We can source used gear. We're trying to work with churches that have excess gear, and we want to come help you out and get you going and fellowship with you, and we can love on each other and see what God does with that. So until next time, God bless you all. This is Parson Bill signing off. Bye-bye.